everybody, and welcome to our week 11 pregnancy update. Week 11! So, this week, the baby is the size of a fig. Now, I don't eat figs. I don't know what figs look like, but if you eat a fig or you know what figs look like, that's the size of the baby this week. So, let's talk about my symptoms. Symptoms that I've been having are the same symptoms that I've had since the beginning of time. I am nauseous still, but I did not throw up this week, so I'm so excited about that. And of course I'm tired, but not as tired as last week. I did drink a little bit more water, but I didn't drink a whole bunch of water, so I'm not even gonna talk about that. So I had a doctor's appointment on Thursday, which I was really super anxious and excited about because it's been, I want to say, a month since I saw the doctor last. So let's talk a minute about lab work. The lab work, remember I had to give like 6 vials of blood and I had to do a 24-hour urine test. Well, the 24-hour urine test came back clear. There was nothing in it, nothing wrong with it. So I was super excited about that. The 6 vials of blood. If you've never done OB lab work before, they take a lot of blood because they do a lot of things. So like they do blood typing to see if you're O positive, O negative, if you're AB negative, A positive, whatever. I am O negative, which I knew from my first pregnancy. What O negative means is that if you have a positive partner, like if they're AB positive, A positive, O positive, which my husband is an O positive, it means that, sorry if you hear my daughter in the background, she's kind of fussy this weekend. I don't really know why, but she's been really fussy. So my husband, like I was saying, is O positive, which means that I have to get a RhoGAM shot because I am negative. So that basically is a shot so that the babies and my antibodies don't fight each other. So I have to get that about 7 months into my pregnancy, and then again after I give birth if me and my baby's blood type are not the same. The first time, me and my baby's blood was not the same. She was actually O positive like her dad, so I had to get the RhoGAM through the IV. But the first time, they had to give it to me in my butt. But I'll tell you all about that once the 7 months come. So I found out again, I'm O negative, which was no surprise. Also, they do an STD test. I don't have any STDs, so that's really exciting. But yeah, no STDs. They also check my hemoglobin A1C, which you might not be familiar with, but I have a family history of diabetes. And so basically it just checks your blood sugars for the past 3 months. And so my blood sugars were completely normal for the past 3 months. So every lab test that I took came back completely normal. Talk about a sigh of relief. Because since it is my second pregnancy, there's always the fear that something could go wrong or that it's not going to be as smooth as my first pregnancy. Because pretty much my pregnancy was smooth except for the fact that I was puking all the time. So I was really relieved to hear that. So on to the ultrasound. So we actually got to see our baby. And so here's a picture of our baby, the sonogram, so you can see it. It was an intravaginal ultrasound, so I got to see my cervix and all that good stuff. But I have active babies. It seems like we have active babies because our baby was moving around and turning and doing little things. So it was really interesting to see. We got to see the little flutter of his heart. We didn't get to hear his heartbeat. I think my doctor just forgot to do the Doppler. So hopefully next appointment, which will be in a month, we will get to see, hear his heartbeat. Yes, we're hoping for a boy. So his heartbeat. So I was discussing with my husband a little bit that pregnancy can be quite a scary thing. There's so many unknowns. You worry a lot because you don't get to see your baby all the time. So to have this appointment, to get the ultrasound, it really put a lot of our fears to rest, especially since everything is going normal. The placenta had connected correctly. So it was just those things those little positive things that help us get through the pregnancy and get through the first trimester, because the first trimester, you know, is the riskiest period of your pregnancy. So you want everything to go right. And so yeah, that was our doctor's appointment, and it was super positive, and we will get to, like I said, see him in a month, and we were super excited, like I said, to see our baby. So stay tuned for next week. That will be week number 12. I'm almost out of the first trimester, so we're super excited about that. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell at the top for new content. And so we will see you soon. Love ya.